Now we are going to start with another property that is a very important property, that is the reaction with carboxylic acid. Right. So what happens when alcohol reacts with carboxylic acid? See, this is a very important property because it leads to the formation of a certain substance, a fruity substance which is used in perfumes, dyes and all. So just don't be curious, just look at the board that what actually it forms. So alcohol plus carboxylic acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, tell me what is the property for this concentrated sulfuric acid? I told you just before. Keep in mind it acts as a dehydrating agent, right? So that means a kind of dehydration is going to take place in this reaction. And what product it is actually going to form? It is going to form ester and water. So when alcohol reacts with carboxylic acid, this reaction takes place in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid and leads to the formation of ester and water. Now I will be just stating you a limitation of this reaction and also stating an example for you. So first thing you need to know that this writing of this concentrated sulfuric acid, or you can say if you are doing it practically, adding of this concentrated sulfuric acid is very important. If you will not add it or if you will not write in the reaction, then your question is just going to be wrong, and if you are just experimenting it practically, that means the reaction is not going to take place. It plays an important role because in this reaction dehydration is just going to take place, and the dehydration, if the dehydration will not take place, the reaction is not going to happen. Second thing is that when you are just taking this alcohol and carboxylic acid, this carboxylic acid need to contain carbon atoms at least equal to alcohol or more than alcohol. That means the member of the carboxylic acid can be equal to the alcohol or it should be greater, that means you can say the number of carbon atoms should be more than the alcohol. At any condition it should not possess the less number of carbon atoms than alcohols. So these are the two criteria which you need to remember. So again, see what I am taking an example. I have C2H5OH. Now you all know that what is C2H5OH? Obviously it is an ethanol. I am adding carboxylic acid. Suppose I am adding the carboxylic acid with the same number of carbon atoms. That is, I have the ethanoic acid. Again, I know that concentrated sulfuric acid is very important, so how I can miss it? So that means it has concentrated sulfuric acid. And as I told you, it is just going to form the ester. So see how you are just going to form the ester. You know that the formula for the ester, general formula is RCOOR. So from where I am just going to get these R now? See, in this alcohol, this is R, and in this alcohol, this is R. Right. So this is what I am going to do. I am just going to pick this R, and we have the CO where it is indicated by this, and I am just going to club them, and when I will club them it will just form an ester, that is RCOOR. See, so I am just writing, it does not matter whether you write this R and at first position or you write this R at back position, it does not matter, it does not make any difference actually. So C2H5, COO, CH3, R, COO, and then again R. And what I am left with? Obviously I am left with H and OH, that is H2O. So this is how I am just going to form the ester, and even you can form. So what you have to do, you have to just extract this R, you have to extract this R, and you have to just club them, and when you club them, COO should be in mid of it, right? Because you know that the ester group always get attached in the mid, or that means it should carry minimum 1 carbon or at each side. So this is indicated by this. And you know what is the identification property of this reaction? That reaction has taken place. It is actually the evolution of a smell, that is the fruity smell, and that fruity smell is actually a smell due to ester. So if somebody asks you that what is esterification, this reaction is actually called as esterification. That is the process of formation of ester. If somebody asks you that what is esterification, what you are going to answer? Just write in your notebook. You are going to answer that it is a reaction between alcohol and carboxylic acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid again I will repeat, it is the reaction between alcohol and carboxylic acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid in order to form a fruity smell substance, that is ester, and along with it the water is formed, right. So this is an ester, and you know where this ester is used? It is used in ice creams, it is used in perfumes, it is used in dyes. So there are many substances actually where this ester is used. So you should know that the other name for this reaction is esterification. That is the process of formation of ester, because we are getting ester at the cost of this reaction. That is why it is called as esterification. So this is the whole process, and you know how to name this compound. You know how to name this compound, how you are just going to name this compound C2H5 COOCH3. What you are going to do, before I will just tell you the name of this compound, I want to discuss one question which you get in exam. See, what you will get in exam, most of your teachers just plan this kind of question in paper. What they do, they will just give you this kind of substance, suppose. See, and they will ask you, suppose I will just ask in a stepwise like they ask you in paper. They will ask you, they will give you this compound and they will ask you what is it. So what you are going to do, you are just going to see the COOR, COOR. So obviously you will answer this is an ester, right. Then they will ask you that from which substances it is formed. There you have to use this reaction and you have to answer in an active manner that it is formed from the alcohol and it is on reacting with the carboxylic acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. Then they will be asking you what will be the process named. Again you know that it will be esterification. Now the tricky question is that they will ask you just write the molecular formula of the alcohol and carboxylic acid which is used in actually forming this reaction. So how you are just going to prove yourself in this case. So just see how we just indicate the formula of the alcohol and carboxylic acid from which it is formed. So what you need to do, see, you need to write just write the component alcohol and second as carboxylic acid, right. So now for alcohol, as we know that water is formed by H and OH. Who gave H? Who gave H? This H was given by this carboxylic acid, and who gave OH? Obviously by alcohol. So just write here OH and H. So obviously you have H and OH, right. You just need to add R now, right. Now R is this CH3 and this CH3. When you are getting the same thing, same alkyl group on both the side, so it is very easy to write. You just write it is CH3OH and this is CH3COOH. But when these alkyl groups are dissimilar, suppose I am making this dissimilar, right. Suppose I am making one ethyl and one as methyl. So what you are going to, how you are just going to prove yourself, how you are just going to fail that the tricky question they have asked you, how you are going to answer it. So what you are going to do, so you will see that this is an ethyl group and this is a methyl group, right. So the alkyl group which has got the more number of carbon atoms will act as a carboxylic acid group. So that means in this, which is going to act as a carboxylic acid? C2H5COOH. That means this CO will go with the that alkyl group that carries more number of carbon atoms. So it will be C2H5COOH and this is going to be an alcohol, that is CH3OH. So you will just answer it that yes, it is an alcohol, it is an ester definitely formed by the reaction of alcohol and carboxylic acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. Again the process is esterification, and we just prove yourself by saying that yes, it is formed by the combination of the propanoic and the methanol this thing in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. So this is how you are just going to answer it in this manner. So this is actually the reaction of alcohol with the carboxylic acid. One more thing I want you to know, that we have, as I have told you, that alcohols are toxic in nature, right. I just told you that alcohols are toxic in nature. I told you here also when I was explaining its physical properties. I told you that when we just take in methanol, it can cause blindness and even it can prove fatal, right. But I told again along with it, I also told you that ethanol is a component of the hard drinks, right. So the question must be striking your mind that it is toxic in nature, but but still we are consuming it, right? So why we are consuming it, or it is used in factories as well, right? So three aspects we have seen for the alcohol. One, it can lead to death. Second, we are just drinking hard drinks for our you can say a pleasant effect. Third, we are using in industries as well, right? So what we do, if we know that the alcohol is constituent of wine, beer and all, and it has a sedative effect, it actually suppresses our nervous system, which makes us feel relaxed. So if these kinds of alcohols are used in industries, that means the workers are just going to drink those hard drinks and they will not actually work, and they will be found lying on the floors and just relaxing and enjoying. So what happens in that case? You know that the alcohols which are used in industries is actually made unfit for drinking purpose. That means some poisonous substance are actually added into it, and the workers are aware of it, that these alcohols contain such poisonous substance. So that is why they don't take a chance to drink it, right? So they are actually familiar, and that kind of alcohol is actually called denatured alcohol or methylated spirit. So what is denatured alcohol? It is actually to alter the nature of alcohol. We add certain poisonous substance to it in order to make it unfit for drinking purpose, and it is mainly meant for the labor class who are working in the industries. So this is the denatured alcohol or methylated spirit. One more thing, you know that what is the actually percentage of the ethanol which is contained in the hard drinks? See, beer contain only 4% alcohol. So that means though it has a bad effect, but still the bad effect is not so worse. And when we talk about the wines, wine contain actually 11% of ethanol. So again, it is also not too high. And when we talk of brandy, rum and whiskeys and all, it contains actually 40% of alcohol. So actually drinking those brandy, rum and whiskey, they have a powerful sedative effect on the nervous system, and it can even damage the liver. And you are all familiar that what the excess use of hard drinks actually do. So this is actually the alcohol, and if we talk about the uses, so one use is obviously clear to you, that it is a component of hard drink. Other is that ethanol is actually used in certain thermometers as well, because it has the low freezing point. And moreover, it is used in making many chemicals like antiseptics, perfumes and dyes and all. So it is a component there also. So overall we can say that alcohol is playing an important role.